kinetic theory of gases. So, what is kinetic theory? Before we should move ahead, when we talk about the kinetic theory, that means okay, what is the kinetic exactly? The energy. Okay, we know that potential energy and kinetic energy deals with the motion. Okay, so in case of gases, we're going to explain the three microscopic properties of gas in terms of the microscopic nature of atoms and molecules. What is microscopic at the molecular and atomic level? We're going to talk about that. Okay, usually in physics property, see, we are going to talk right now physics parts. Correct, but this is a kinetic theory comes under chemistry as well as physics part. So they basically usually, a physical property of the solids and liquids can be described by their size, shape, mass, volume. तो हमें क्या क्या देखना चाहिए उसका साइज शेप मास एंड वॉल्यूम गैस का देखना चाहिए बट यहाँ पे एक थोड़ा सा इशू है बिकॉज अगर कोई भी हम लोग गैस की स्टडी कर रही है तो कर रहे हैं तो आउट ऑफ दिस फोर that is size shape mass and volume you have to make one constant and then we can find out the relationship between for example if I'm keeping mass constant then I can find the relationship between size and shape and the volume. So this is the rule we have to follow. However, when we talk about the gases, they have no definite shape, size, while mass and the volume are not directly measurable. The kinetic theory of gases is full and can be applied in this case. So gases do not possess any size, shape. Okay, so according to scientists, if they want to study about that, so kinetic theory is very important part in that. So, what is exactly the kinetic theory of gases? See, theory means what exactly, students? Theory means there are some assumption has to be there. Okay, if you want to study something, you have to assume regarding some points and then go ahead for the studying. So that is why kinetic theory of gases we have to do it. Now, kinetic theory of gases is a theoretical model. It's what a theoretical model है that describe the molecular consumption of the gases in terms of the large number of submicroscopic particles, which include atoms and molecules. Further, the theory explains that gas pressure arises due to the colliding particle colliding with each other and the walls of the container. So what happened exactly? We suppose this is the molecule, this is the gas molecules, they are into the container, they will collide with the wall of container and they create a pressure. Okay, so kinetic theory of gases also define the properties such as temperature, viscosity and the thermal conductivity and all these property related to the microscopic. See word यहाँ पे क्या use किया micro small okay scopic phenomena. So the significance of the theory, why we have to study that? Because it helps in developing a correlation between the microscopic properties and the microscopic phenomena. In simple terms, the kinetic theory of gases also helps us study the action of a molecules. Generally, the molecules of the gases are always in a motion and they tend to collide with each other and the walls of the container. Kinetic theory of gases assumption. There are some assumption. Okay, while we are moving on. Kinetic theory of gases consider the atoms or molecules of gases. Okay, constantly moving the point masses. They are constantly moving in what point masses. Moving point masses with a huge interparticular distance and may undergo the perfectly elastic collisions. Implications of these assumptions are so. Let's study about that. First, the gases assumed to be the particles. So gas is a collection of a large number of atoms and molecules. Those are particles we are considering. Second assumption is point masses. Atoms or molecules making up the gas are very small particles like a point, that is a dot on a paper with a small mass. Negligible volume particles. Particles are generally far apart such that their interparticular distance is much larger than the particle size and there is a large free unoccupied space in the container. Compared to the volume of the container, the volume of the particle is a negligible, that is a zero volume that we have to understand. Now, Néel force interaction. Néel force, Néel means zero. Particles are independent. They do not have any attractive or repulsive interactions among them. The particles in a motion, there's the fifth point. The particles are always in a constant motion, or we can say random motion. Suppose this particle, this is moving here, then here, then here, or it is a random motion. Okay, because of the lack of interaction and the free space available, the particles randomly move in a. Okay, this is also called a Brownian moment as well. Okay, this is also called the Brownian moment. Okay, so we can say this particle randomly move in all direction. Okay, that is a straight line. That is very important. Now, volume of gases. When you talk about the volume of gases, because the motion, okay, when you talk about the motion, the motion gas particles occupy the total volume of the container, whether it is small or big, and hence the volume of the container to be treated as the volume of the gases. So, volume of gases. This is the point we have to consider. The mean free path, that is very important. This is the average distance particle travels to meet. Suppose this is a container having this molecule. Now let's talk about in a different manner. It is moving in a zigzag manner like this, or we can say random motion like this. Whenever it's collide, it changes direction. Okay, so according to that, we're going to call as a mean free path because we are taking an average. Okay, so this is the average distance of particle travels to meet particle. Kinetic energy of a particle, since the particles are always in motion, they have an average kinetic potential proportional to the temperature of the gases. Constantly of the energy momentum. Moving particles may collide with other particles or a container, but the collisions are perfectly elastic. Collision do not change the energy or a momentum of a particle. Okay, this is also very important. Now, pressure of a gas. This is very important. Now, how, suppose this is a container I'm talking about. Okay, it not look like a container, but assume this is a container. Now, atom is here at the center. Okay, now whenever it's collide on this container wall, it's create a pressure. So what is exactly pressure of the gases? How much, or we can say the collision of those particles inside the container, okay, with respect to the wall, it's called term as a pressure of that gas. Collision of the particles on the walls of the container exert a force on the walls of the container. Force per unit area is a pressure. This pressure of a gas is thus proportional to the number of particles colliding. That is the frequency of collision in a unit time per unit area on the wall of the container. That is very, very important. Now, understanding the gas law of ideal gases. So, and sum up two, three these laws. So, first, pressure is directly proportional to the amount of number of particles at a constant volume. So, whenever there is a total number of particles is equal to the pressure. Okay. So, see, suppose there are many particles like this. However, the particles collide with this container wall, then only it's create pressure. So, collisions of the particle on the wall of the container creates a pressure. That is very, very important. So make sure you are underlying this. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, now large number of the particles amount of the gas, more the number of particles colliding with the wall of the container at a constant temperature and a volume, larger the amount number of the gases, higher the pressure. So this is very important in that cases. Okay, now let's move to next. Avogadro's law. What is Avogadro's law? Avogadro's law states that the N, that is, N means what? N stands for number of moles, is directly proportional to volume at constant pressure. So whenever there is constant pressure, the number of moles is directly proportional to the volume. This is very, very important point, Hari, and that is very important. When there is a greater number of particles, it increases the collisions and the pressure. If the pressure is to remain constant, the number of the collision can be reduced only by the increasing the volume. At a constant pressure, the volume is proportional to the amount of the gases. Now, Boyle's law, we know that at a constant temperature, pressure is directly proportional. Pressure is directly proportional to the 1 by V, or we can say it is inversely proportional to the volume. At constant temperature, the kinetic energy of particle remains the same. We are assuming that kinetic energy remain of the particles remains same. If the volume is reduced to the constant temperature, then the number of particles in unit volume area increases because the indirectly proportional. Okay, at a constant temperature, the smaller the volume of the container, larger the pressure. This is we have to understand. Okay, let's move to the next part. Okay, momentum law, you in your syllabus this momentum law is not there, but this is I'm giving you just for knowledge. The kinetic energy of the particle increases with the temperature. So they say that pressure is directly proportional to the temperature at a constant volume. Okay, Charles law, this is very, very important. Volume is directly proportional to the temperature when what is constant? Pressure is constant. So this is also very, very important. So what is the point? If the pressure also has a remain constant, then the number of collision has to be changed proportionally at a constant pressure and a constant amount of substance. Collision can be changed only by changing the area or a volume. At a constant pressure, volume changes proportional to the temperature. So this is the point we have to understand. So here we're done with some points. Okay, so we done with the Charles law, then Boyle's law, and the Avogadro's law. This is very, very important for the kinetic theory of gases. Now, what is important is that assumption what we have done. So let's revise it. Particles, point masses, negligible volume, then nil force, particles in the motion, volume of gas, then mean path, kinetic energy of the particle, and constant energy or momentum. And last one, that is the ninth part, is the pressure of gases. So these are the assumptions that is very, very important.